Hello, hello, my love. Thank you for booking this reading with me and allowing me to read your energy. I just want to say thank you for participating in this little spell. It's been a while since I've been out here doing very, very affordable work for people, and it's always a joy. It's fun. I love doing these quick, short readings. So we're going to tap into yours. Tap into your energy. You want to know what you should do about your pregnancy and the father of the child. Okay. Yes, we need to know, Spirit. So let's see what comes out. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords here. I think something was, there's some type of communication. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. I'll show those in a minute. Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We also have the Nine of Cups and the World. Bottom of the deck. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, so I want to answer this very quickly, this part, what you should do about the pregnancy. There is, I feel like I want to say to you that you might have this idea, or you have this, like, you're more, right now, your mind is more connected to the idea of how it would look being without this person, okay? Because there has been some type of betrayal here of some sort, and I'll get to that in a moment, but I feel like deep down in your core, you want to have this child. You want to have this child. You want to be, to experience this child and, you know, what comes with it, motherhood and all that. I think also you are, right now, what's making you feel kind of like indifferent, what you makes you feel kind of like maybe even disconnected, is that you are kind of why can't I find the words? It's like you feel more, you're more in love with the idea, not more, let's just say you are in love with the idea of the picture of what it would look like, what it would, like a fantasy. There's a fantasy kind of energy here that with this person, you are kind of very concentrated, very stuck in a mindset, in an idea of you and this person having a child together, okay? And what it would look like and how it would be if everything was good and dandy and like perfect, right? It clearly isn't right now. I feel like there is some type of betrayal that's, you know, I want to say that isn't talked about a lot, okay? It hasn't been fully talked about. There could be an avoidance of a silencing, avoidance of some type of betrayal here. But I want to say this first before we go a little bit deeper into this reading. With this Nine of Cups, this is, I think you need to remove this idea of how it will look if you have to do this alone. I want to say that first. I'm not saying that you're going to do this alone, but I want you to really ask yourself, if this person is not here right now with me to raise this kid, or it doesn't look like what I desire it to look. It might not even be that this person is not going to help you. I'm not saying that, but it could just be, you know, it's not what you ideally wanted. If it is something that is not ideally that you want, do you still want this child? And I think when you really meditate on it, this is like a wish that you've always wanted. I feel like you wanted this very badly. And sometimes when we want something really badly, we can also piece around these elements, these, you know, this picture of how we would want to experience what we want so badly. But I think you need to let go and allow things to flow. But I think when you really meditate on it, this is something that you've always wanted is a child, or you've been wanting to be pregnant. There's something here with that. I feel like either way, I feel like you're going to be extremely happy at one point once you get out of your mind about how you thought it would look, or how you thought this person would be. Okay. Now, with the 10 of Swords here, I feel like this is another thing that you need to look at here. I feel like this person has betrayed you in some type of way. It could be something that they have said, or that you have discovered about this person. You've discovered some type of betrayal, either through something that they have said to you or just your investigation. And it hasn't been spoken on. There's a lot of decisions here, and I feel like this is the thing. Your decision, and this is like, it's not for everybody, so you don't have to agree, okay? But your decision to have a child, I feel, my opinion, my spiritual opinion, if we're looking aside of money, and like, your decision to become a mother, to have a child, is a sacred contract between you and another soul. And I'm not talking about this person that betrayed you. I'm talking about the child that has came into you, that you are bringing forth through this divine portal. This is a divine contract. This soul chose you to be their guide. It also chose this person, right, their father, to be their father, to also be a guide. Okay? And it has really nothing to do with the ideal situation that you have with the child's father. And I know that we would love for things to be ideal, for money to be ideal, for the living situation to be ideal, right? But when we really go down to the core of things, this is a miracle. This is a gift. This is children. As you shape them, they shape you. And it's just something really divine, and it is truly a contract. And I feel like that want and desire has nothing really to do with the person that you have a child with. That's just my opinion. I believe that we are chosen to be guides, and to experience each other. Okay? Mother and child, parent and child. And so I feel like, I think you need to separate the two. I think you need to separate the two and look at what you want to experience in both things. It's okay to look at the relationship that you have for him and with him and want something better, right? But I also want you to look at, do I want to be a guide? Do I want to be a guide? That's it. Do I want to be a guide to this child? Do I want to be a mother to this child? Because I feel like, what is it? What do I want to say? When you have tunnel vision on a certain image, a certain way, a certain experience, when you have tunnel vision on a certain experience, you can kind of let go of all these things that are kind of destined to actually happen. There's a reason why all of these things are happening. There's a reason why this child chose this person to be their father, and it has nothing to do with you. Now, of course, as a family, things are meant to also shape the child, as but this is a whole divine act that's happening here, in the world, in life, and we can't shelter our children. We can't make people to be who they're supposed to be. You have to really focus on what your purpose, your divine purpose. And so I want you to, because your purpose, especially as mothers, your children is a part of your purpose. It is a part of like what you're supposed to be doing here. If you brought a child into this world, like, it's a part of your purpose. And it really has nothing to do with another person. It's just about you and that child. It's all great. And yes, it's great to come together and to co-parent or to have a family together. That's not what I'm talking about. It's really about what you feel is a part of your purpose. Now, I'm not saying that all because you got pregnant means that you have to have this child. That's not what I'm saying. I think by looking at the cards, you're kind of your true feelings are being distorted by somebody's betrayal. And their betrayal has nothing to do with what you truly want to experience in your life. Now, I do feel like you feel kind of trapped in this. And I feel like that is a part of the delusion here. That's a part of the delusion here. And so really just setting aside and not worrying about what will happen between you and them. Because I feel like I want to tell you that with this Ten of Swords, there is a Five of Swords. Let's just say this. There's a Five of Swords, which will be some type of conflict. It could be a third party situation. This is not resolved for a while. Whatever this situation, this betrayal, that there's not a lot of discussing. Somebody doesn't want to discuss it, or you chose not to discuss it yet. But with this Five of Swords, it doesn't get resolved. It does not get resolved with talking about it, because or going in full like a full argument and trying to discuss and correct things through getting someone to do right by you, or getting them to I feel like it doesn't help. It's just going to lead to the Five of Swords, which this might be something that you have to experience, just going nowhere, going around and around and around in circles, and you realize that like it's not getting resolved. That's what this Five of Swords is about. The only way that it gets resolved, I'm going to let you know this. I feel like right now there could be a period of being separated from this person, from the child's father, being separated from them. And it makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel like you don't know if you're making the right choice, even though you would love to experience this. I think you should allow this experience to unfold and crack you open naturally. Okay? And it might feel like a wild ride. It might feel like, like it's confusing. You don't know if you're making the right choices, but your heart and your heart will let you know. Your intuition will let you know what path that you really need, that is a part of your purpose. Sorry, it feels like it's really hard to get it out. But I do want to say that it's not resolved. This betrayal, this severing of a connection is not resolved until later down the road. Now, I don't know how later, but it feels like eventually when you pull back Four of Swords with silence and you allow yourself to enjoy this phase. It might not be ideal. But it is something that I think you want. The experience, and we can be so wrapped up in what we think that it's supposed to look like that it takes us away from actually experiencing the joy. And so I feel like how this relationship will be resolved, I feel like there will be some type of happy family in the future. okay, together. If you decide to have this child and go through with your pregnancy, and um but I feel like there could be a conversation, but it's not going to be resolved through conversation. It's going to be resolved through inaction. um Four of Swords is a pause. This is like a disconnection, like disconnecting completely, you know, from this person. I think it allows you to think. I think it allows them to think about the importance here. And with the four of Wands, I feel like you come together with this person. Everything comes together the way that it's supposed to be. Okay. But there's a little bit of forcing, there's a little bit of fear, there's a lot actually really here. But that is your reading. I feel like, to answer your question, I feel like you need to worry about you and what you want. Okay. If you want to, do you want a family more than you want to be a mother? Because you have to be, in order to have a good family, to raise a good child, you got to want to have a child more than you want a family. The family literally just comes after it. But if like you only want the perfect picture, if this person is not involved and you don't want it, then it's not, I want to say that, I don't want to say that it's not real, but there's I don't know, there's a divine contract already taking place with you. I mean, you can cancel it. I'm not here to say, you know, I am pro-choice with whatever you want to do, but there's an energy of feeling like throwing yourself into motherhood and just focusing on you. I think that's what you should do with your pregnancy, is focus on your pregnancy. Focus on your pregnancy however you want to experience it. If that means, you know, not going through with it, then that's what it means. If it means, you know, just throwing yourself completely into it, honestly, you shouldn't be stressing about nobody right now, you know, if you decide to keep it. You should be just throwing all of your energy into you, taking care of you and that baby. That's it. Physically taking care of yourself, if that's what you want. But to give thought to like what you should do with it. Do you want to be a family more than being a mother? Or do you want to be a family more than being a mother? Like you don't want at this moment, and that's okay for some people. Some people want to have a good foundation and a good like relationship, because right now it feels like you need to fix the relationship between you and the father in order to have that family. And I think that comes later on. And some people don't want to be in drama. Some people don't want to be alone, raising a child alone. Not to say that you're going to be alone without them. I would have to pull more cards. I don't feel like this person is going to like not take care of their responsibilities. But I do feel like if you decide to have this baby, it could lead to single motherhood. And that's something that you have to accept for a little while, you know. And you can throw yourself into motherhood, because I feel like this is like a gift. This is something that you wanted. You really want to be or have another child. I don't know if you have more children, but you know, I think this is gonna be like, if you can get out of your mind of having something ideal and just prioritize and center your life around what's to come, then I think you can enjoy it. But I think there has been problems before. There's been problems before this even happened. But let me know down below in the comments. That's your reading. I think to also answer your other question, what you should do with the father of the child is disconnect from this person. You can either have a conversation, you can let them know about the betrayal, or I don't think you should go into that Five of Swords and be arguing it, you know, because I don't think this person is going to, it just seems like a lot. There's a lot of energy here, a lot of like arguing that could happen. But I think you should disconnect and worry about yourself right now, and worry about your life, and decide what you want. I think you really want to have a child no matter what. But you have to kind of eliminate that mindset of the ideal picture. All right? So let me know down below. I hope that answered. It was kind of long because I felt like it was hard for me to get it out. But I hope that answered your question. Let me know down below how you feel. I hope we get to work together in the future. Until then, I'll see you in the next reading. Peace.